From stress and overwhelm to peace and calm. What can meditation do for our brain? Heaps. Hello beautiful beings, I'm Carol Rathel. Welcome to my video channel. Today we're going to talk about what meditation can do for your brain. It's vital, it's essential that when you're stressed and maybe overwhelmed, that you learn meditation and you practice it daily. It's vital for the health of your brain. Now in the first half of this video, I'm going to talk about what effects stress has on the brain. And in the second half, we're going to have a look at what meditation does to reverse that. The good news is that meditation acts really fast. So don't worry, no matter where you are in your stress, don't worry. You get meditating and it's going to make a difference, even if you can't feel it. Number one, we know the effects of stress causes a fight and flight reaction in the human body. What we don't know is what that does to your brain, and especially over a long period of time. Now, I want to show you this brain scan. You can see in this brain scan that there's a really well lit up brain on the left, and on the right there's a much calmer brain. The left one was taken before meditation when somebody was stressed. You can see the intense activity going on the outside of this brain. White is where there's the most brain cells firing off, and the deeper blue is where there's the least. Now the parts of the brain that are firing off here are the nerves that are controlling the fight and flight response. This is what all mammals and probably insects have, is when there's danger, you either stand there and you fight it, or you run from it. And all the energy in the brain is focused on those muscles, those brain cells rather, that control those muscles. And there's very little in the centre, which is where the organ control happens, where your digestion is taken care of, where there's repair of your cells in your body. So over time, you probably, well, even when you're in short-term stress, you notice that you've got a knot in your stomach. They call it the butterflies if you're about to do something that you're nervous about. Now, this is normal for short term. It's also normal when you're going in to do something that you're excited about in a positive way. But over time, it can result in long-term indigestion problems in the stomach. It's really uncomfortable. I can speak from personal experience. But also, you start to age faster because your cells in your body are not being repaired. And in the brain, the same thing is happening. So let's move on to number two, the effect of stress on the brain. The energy that normally comes in through your crown chakra. We're looking at our energy body now. You get this flow that comes in through the crown and flows down your centre, down to your base chakra, to your feet, and out the side, and back up again. This is a healthy flow of energy for a healthy body. And if you imagine that that is flowing everywhere in front, and I can't put my hands out wide enough to show you, but it's called a toroidal field. And when we're healthy, that energy is going, it's like a pumpkin shape, one of those big round pumpkins. Now, when you're stressed, you begin to strangle that energy that's coming in, and it's cutting off through your crown chakra. So you start to use up your own energy in your own energy field, and in time that contracts, and you feel pretty damn terrible as well. And you become more fearful and protective, and you're looking for danger. And it can create tears in your energy field, and energy can leak out, and if there's anything in the environment that's taking your energy, it will suck that out of you. It's really not a pretty sight. Also, it cuts off the energy flow to your third eye, where your imagination is, and it's hard to contact your guides. It's hard to connect with your higher faculties of yourself, your higher self. It's not cool. Number three, Long-term stress on the brain causes the death of the brain cells. It also, because it reduces the flow of energy to the centre that's creating new brain cells, it shuts that down. So as we're killing our own brain cells and we're not generating new ones, you start to become forgetful. You start to lose your ability to solve your problems, which makes it even harder to deal with your stress or what's behind your stress. It can make you more forgetful, and it can harm your ability to learn because you're not retaining the information that you're learning. Now, the fourth thing that stress does to the human body and the brain is it creates a hormone called cortisol to flood through the system. Now, you get a temporary burst of adrenaline when you're in the fight and flight mode, but that will settle down after a while. But when there's continual stress, you have this cortisol flowing through. Now, what that does is it affects your joints and it causes inflammation in the body. It can affect your energy levels. So that's how we develop chronic fatigue syndrome or fibromyalgia, the pain and inflammation in your joints, and arthritis. And what they have recently discovered in the last few years is that prolonged inflammation in the body can lead to damaging your heart health. Now, I have a heart condition that was caused through long-term stress. Can also lead to thyroid disease, autoimmune disorders. In fact, they've calculated that 85% of our illnesses and diseases are caused by stress. It's so important that we need to find a solution to our stress. Now, I'm going to make another video because there's a whole realm of information I want to share with you about how you can get on top of your stress long term. So now, let's have a look at what meditation does for us, and we'll go back to this image. Now, in this image, let's look at that brain again that's after meditation. It's very calm, as you can see. The activity is blue, the body's relaxed, the nerves in the brain that are controlling movement are quiet because you're just nice and relaxed. Okay, back to me. When you're relaxed and calm after a meditation, naturally the blood flow and energy flow in your brain is restored to those centres that are looking after your third eye and keeping your organs of your body functioning and repairing tissue. The second thing that meditation does for us is it reactivates the energy flow coming in through the crown, down through all our chakras and around. So we keep imagining, when you're meditating, imagine the energy just flowing beautifully, and it will restore itself. And the more that you do meditation daily is best. The more you regain energy, chi, the life force comes into you. You can rebuild your energy body, repair the holes in your aura. Now, healthy energy means healthy body. I actually had a conversation with my guides about this subject, and they told me, look after your energy first. When energy is healthy, your body is healthy. So start with the energy, get that flowing, and those conditions in the body will naturally resolve. So the third thing that meditation does for our brain in particular is, because it's flowing in a balanced way, it restores the energy flow to those centres that create the new cells. So you start producing new brain cells again. And this allows the cells that might have died off when you were stressed to be replenished. We know the brain is capable of creating new cells to replace old cells. And as we learn new skills, the brain is busy creating new networks of nerves. They call them neurons, the nerve cells of the brain. So as you learn a new skill, you build a stronger network. So daily meditation keeps this flowing nice and healthy, and it's particularly important for students who can then retain what they're learning. The fourth thing that meditation does for your brain and your body overall health is it changes that horrible chemical cortisol, removes that, and it brings in the feel-good hormones. Now these are the endorphins, the dopamine, the oxytocin, the love hormone. And because it's flowing through the pineal gland, you also get an extra little burst of that being activated, which produces something called DMT. But DMT is a really relaxing, feel-good chemical that people actually produce illegally. It's naturally produced when we meditate, and when we get really proficient at meditating and we do it every day, we can go into deeper layers of bliss and we create our own. And also people have incredible spiritual experiences after they've been practicing for a while, because the pineal gland is our third eye basically, and I've seen visions through my third eye and they're just amazing. And you do feel good, you do feel ecstatic, it's just bliss. So who doesn't want a bit of that, eh? So that's it from me today. Thank you for being here. I've put a link below for a meditation, especially for people when they're stressed. It's beautiful. I really recommend you do it. You can stream it or download it. You just follow that link and it will take you there. Do it every day if you're stressed. Rebuild all that beautiful energy flow. Or if you've got your own meditation practice, keep doing it. Get back into it. Next week we're going to talk about how you can control stress, how you can deal with stress and actually prevent it. So do keep an eye out for that information. Like and subscribe and you'll be informed when that next video comes out. And I'll figure out how to get there on time. Much love to you all. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you. I'll be waiting for you in the next video. Bye for now. So now let's look at So now that's